come. We're finally moving in.
Woo! And the motorhome is under the shelter. We were so excited how well that fit.
Here we go. It has been an enormous amount of work getting on the road this time. Even when you travel full time like we do, it's just always a lot of work to get on the road.
Yes.
I think whether you're...
Yeah, especially when we've stopped for a while. We've been here for 2.5 months now.
Just getting ready, basically. Well, we had other work we were doing.
And there were so many things that we had to do on the truck. The truck wasn't working when we got here.
What did we do? I rebuilt the turbo because it was sticking. Oh, there it is! Here's our issue with the turbo. This is supposed to move and actuate the turbo, but it's not moving. It's stuck. So, take it apart, see what's broken. So here's what the inside of the turbo looks like. It's basically got this mechanism that slides back and forth from this gear. And it was stuck over here because like soot buildup and stuff. We got this cleaned up, got it moving real nice. What these fins do is this is the exhaust wheel. And this wheel is spun by the exhaust coming through here. And this movement basically changes how the exhaust flows over that wheel to increase or decrease its effectiveness or speed. That shaft crosses through this housing over to this wheel, which is the compressor wheel. And that sits on this side, and that's what this housing here is the air intake for the engine and the exhaust side here. And these fins sit inside these little things here, and that's kind of how it controls the exhaust flow. As you can see, I've been watching some videos about this. I rebuilt all the bearings inside here. We rebuilt all the thrust plates and everything. Everything actually looked really good. Only very minor wear, just a little bit on there. But we're going ahead and just replacing all these parts while we're at it. We're gonna put it back together, and hopefully it'll work well. We replaced the radiator. We rebuilt the steering up front. We did a number of other engine-related things. We did some exhaust stuff. We did some driveline stuff. We trued the tires, and that was a controversial thing. But these tires never were round from the factory. That's perfectly normal with the military tires. So we actually cut them down and made them round, and now the truck runs better. Yeah,
we drove like that for years, and we've just this vibration at certain speeds.
And you can't vibrate. Don't even try to tell me that you could balance them out, because you can't. The tires were not round, so we cut them to round. And
we tried. We have the Centermatics bead balancers on there. We've kind of tried.
And beads inside the tires.
And beads inside the tires.
Massive amounts of bead weight.
That was not the problem. So now it's better. It's, you know, even though the setup that we did was a little DIY, it worked. We're excited to have a smoother ride for the Maritimes trip.
Then the camper, oh my gosh, look how shiny it is.
Decals are off. It got polished, it got cleaned, we resealed everything. It got a couple of the new Dometic fantastic fans in it, so we've got some awesome airflow. Did some custom airflow stuff in there because we just found like the bedroom was like a slug of hot air. We got really cold in the kitchen and dining area, but the bedroom just kind of got a little stuffy. So we put in a custom
recirculating vent.
Yeah, duct fan.
3D printed this awesome duct muffler, if you will, because you couldn't buy anything like that. So I made it, which is fun. There are so many 3D printed parts on this thing.
And then on top of that, we had a huge lithium battery project that we were doing in the middle of it, which videos are on the YouTube channel. If you're curious about lithium batteries, go check them out.
That was weeks of work.
That took a lot of time, so we're a little bit exhausted. You can maybe see it in our faces and in our demeanor, but we're excited to hit the road and hopefully kind of get some of that energy back, because we're going to a place that we've been wanting to go to for like 5 years.
Well, we're at least planning to go there. But I think we're gonna wing this one. I think we'll just kind of go where our energy levels and where we want. We don't really have a whole ton of plans. We've got some ideas, but the goal is to head to the Maritimes of Canada, which is Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, and the islands.
Labrador Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the genesis of all of this was when we were driving the Dempster Highway on our Go North Alaska trip. We drove the Dempster, and a lot of people we met on that road said, hey, have you ever driven the Labrador? And
Which
we were
is
like,
the other most
no.
remote road in North America.
Yeah, they were like, you have to do it. It's awesome. So this has been on our list for 5 years, ever since 2019, Go North.
Yeah.
So, and now we're doing it in our own truck camper. And we finally got it all fixed up after the truck being broken basically for 2 years. So it feels really good to be hitting the road.
If you haven't seen it,
this
I
rig.
did a video all about completely rebuilding the engine in this truck, most of the drivetrain. I mean, this truck was literally in pieces. The cab wasn't even attached to the frame. That's how much we took it apart. So,
and it had been stored up here. Last fall we had built the shelter here on our property here in northern Michigan. And so it had been just kind of hanging out here, but now we get to use that shelter to put the motorhome in to store it for a couple months while we're gone with a little extra protection. And so when we get back, it'll be just like we left it, and we can move back in for a little bit. So
let's hit the road.
Let's hit the road. We're
Let's
so
see where
excited.
this adventure takes us.
We're so exhausted, but so excited, and we can't wait to get into Canada.
Let's do it. Hey, little guy. Are you ready? Are you ready? You look ready. Yeah.
Luna's been ready since yesterday.
And you're a ready girl, aren't you? All right, let's go.
Road sign. Solar's ready. He's hungry. I'm hungry. Soon, buddy, soon. We can buff it out.
Right in here. It looks great. It's a great little spot.
Cozy. Think we brought enough condiments?
It's like half our fridge. Burrito for dinner. Leftover burrito.
In the National Forest.
Yeah, we're a couple 100 miles down the road, and truck ran great. So I think we press on into Canada.
Yeah, we really don't know what our next stop is, but maybe we'll figure that out tonight or tomorrow morning. And the important thing is that we're on the road.
Yes, and I think we need a little downtime. I think this is a great place to relax, think about the next leg of the journey. It's bedtime. This little girl sleeps under the table. We sleep in the bed. And this little guy sleeps in the shower. Right, this is for breakfast, if you want to chew in the morning. And here's your bedtime treat. Oh my goodness. Good night, buddy. Good night, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow.
The reason he's in the shower is that we have him crate trained, and when he hears the word kennel, K-E-N-N-E-L, he looks for his crate, and we just couldn't fit his crate in here, so that is the closest confined space that we could get to his crate, and he loves it. He loves it. He'll be in there snoring in about 5 minutes.
After he rumbles around.
Yeah, after he like rearranges the blanket a little bit, and then he'll be snoring.
What about you?
She says, I wish I could stay on the bed all night long.
Are you guys ready to go in a truck? Yeah, we ready to get going again? All right. Wanna go out there? Go on. Okay. Go on. Luna, don't go anywhere.
Bye.
Bye. I can watch Caitlin on the rear view camera. To help me out with tight spots.
We're right on the US-Canadian border here in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And this town has the Soo Locks. So it's a huge lock system for freight ships and other boats too to go between Lake Huron and Lake Superior. And they built it basically next to the St. Mary's River. And even though I've grown up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, I've never seen these locks. So I'm really excited to go learn more today. We're gonna watch the ship pull out of the lock. Got here just in time.
Yeah, I wonder how often they come through. Look at that!
It was all the way up out of the water.
Walter J. McCarthy. How cool.
There it goes.
He's on the ship. It's a weird perspective. Who's gonna win? I don't know.
Oh, he's just giving it away. I don't know. Maybe he'll get him in the turn. The inside turn. I think he's gonna catch him. Woo!
Oh, you gave up, bud.
Thought they were gonna turn. Oh man.
You lost.
Have a nice day, you guys.
That ship is 1,000 feet long. Army Corps of Engineers. It's a 1943 or 80.
We might have to go in the visitor center to actually.
It was just
figure out what these
too convenient to watch the ship first. Still walking faster.
Walking faster than the ship?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a big ship.
It's a really beautiful park.
Yeah, it is.
That is one goofy looking propeller, but I guess back then.
It's only 105 feet long.
Oh, it was a little ship.
It was hauled out of the water and portaged nearly a mile around the falls and relaunched above the rapids.
Look at that.
Pre-locks, that's what they would have to do.
They would physically lift the ship
take it out
up
of the water and portage it.
Wow.
Using little more than rollers and shear force. Took 7 weeks to haul it 1 mile overland to bypass the rapids.
Whoa. This was a steamer propeller. Boy, it's kind of interesting, isn't it? Riveted.
Oh my gosh, Tom. So, well, not funny. Just the phrasing is funny. The Independence sank a mile west of here on November 22nd, 1853 when its boilers exploded. Several people died and a newspaper report claimed the vessel and its cargo were reduced to atoms. Reduced to atoms. I mean, it's sad, but
It is sad.
it's an interesting choice of words.
I should probably briefly explain that. I have an interest in the atomic realm. I've been studying quantum physics, quantum electrodynamics recently, and spending a lot of time with atoms. So
And subatomic
subatomic particles. So to hear that. Oh, cool picture. That's why Caitlin thought it was intriguing. There's a modern propeller.
Well,
Modern-ish.
from Tug Marquette. It's owned, or was, let's see,
Eight-
built in 42, retired in 82.
Okay, yeah. Modern-ish.
Modern.
Quite modern. Did you know?
Did you know that the Soo Locks handle 95% of the nation's iron ore supply?
Yeah, it comes from the Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Didn't know it was that big of a
That's what the
percentage.
Upper Peninsula, Michigan is primarily known for, I guess.
So they're building a new lock.
More capacity. Here's a model of the first lock. Before even steamers. So this is the lock they're replacing because it was too narrow, we think. It was too narrow. And in this photo, you can see them starting to
Do something.
dam it up. That's what all the noise is in the middle.
Come back.
You go, see it again. All these kids are operating a lock. Cool. Are you gonna let the sign get the best of you?
I'm in the mood for some fudge.
Ooh.
Go find a place to eat this.
Oh, you already put it in your mouth? The cookies and cream one?
I couldn't wait.
Wow, that was sweet. Oh my gosh, I look like a hippie. So, fudge is a thing in Michigan. If you come here, you're gonna find
In all the touristy places.
all the touristy places fudge. It started on Mackinac Island, which is south of here, as kind of a tourist attraction. Mackinac Island's an interesting place that they still don't use cars. I think that was back in the 1800s they started making fudge, and it stuck. It just kind of became a Michigan thing. So.
Yeah, and they got us with the buy two get one free, so we ended up getting 3
This
half
better
pounds
last the entire trip.
of fudge.
This is an insane amount.
The dark chocolate was amazing. This is the sea salt caramel.
That's it. Oh, that'd be neat to tour. Old vintage power plant. Walmart for the night. Gonna top off with a US fill before things get expensive in Canada. Just had our last US fill up, and probably one of the most common questions we get asked about this big rig is, what kind of fuel mileage does it get? And I just calculated it.
Yeah.
We did 240 miles on 22.9 gallons, and that comes out to about 10.5 miles per gallon. So between 10 and 11 is very common from what we've seen before. That might seem terrible, but considering the tires and what we're carrying and how heavy we are, it's actually pretty impressive, I think.
And it's a lot better than the motorhome gets.
It's better than the motorhome gets, but it's actually
I guess not
very
that low, no?
similar to what we had with the 1 ton that we took to Alaska. So for it being so much bigger,
Yeah.
I think it's pretty
and
cool.
so much more capable.
Yeah. You going in the camper?
Yeah, he's going back in the camper because it is hot here today.
Almost 90.
Unseasonably
Oh.
hot. So we've got the air conditioner on, and we just popped the pups in
Gotta
there.
love battery-powered air conditioning.
Love that air conditioner.
We just visited the Great Lakes Shipwreck Society, and if you don't know a lot about the Great Lakes, you wouldn't think that they'd be so incredibly dangerous, but there are thousands and thousands of shipwrecks in these Great Lakes, and a lot of them are well preserved because of the fresh waters. The Edmund Fitzgerald is one of the most well-known. It was almost an 800-foot long ship, similar to what we're seeing go through these locks, and the waves got so big it broke the ship in half. So even though they're lakes, you have to be extremely careful when you're out on them. When we get even a mile offshore, we start to always get a little nervous because the weather can change so rapidly out here. They are beautiful, but they can be deadly.
You ready to go to Canada, Buggy? We get a cool view of the locks from up here. We paid the toll, and we're crossing the international bridge, and we'll be in Canada next.
Canada next.
Solar's already so bored.
He loves it.
When can we take a nap, guys?
Wow, look at that. There's the new lock.
There's the ship that we just saw going through.
Yeah. Cool.
And you said the new lock?
Yeah, right in the middle there.
Oh, yeah.
Clear view in a second.
Digging it out.
You can see all the original rapids.
Oh, so cool.
This is why they couldn't go ships through here. It was just shallow.
Here's Canada. We're getting it.
First stop here in Canada, another lock. This is the Canadian side. Apparently they have a lock as well. Don't know a lot about it, but it's much smaller.
Ooh, Looney is not gonna like that.
Will you walk on this?
Can you walk on it? Oh,
I just saw
that
some
was
little
a
puppies come
scary,
across this.
scary sound.
Do it.
Come on, baby.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Oh, you got
oh,
it.
poor baby.
Come on, I'm glad to carry you.
You might have to. He doesn't like it either. Dad to the rescue.
We're on a dam. We're on a lock.
Do the lock. Some hiking?
Sure, dogs would love that.
This is so pretty.
It really is. Little nature sanctuary in the middle of the city. You got a drink? You cooled off? Gosh, it's hot. 90. That's really hot for the UP. Oh wait, we're in Canada.
Oh wait, we're in Canada. I think it's really hot in Canada.
It's really hot. So what's going on here? Is it flooded or?
I'm not sure, but we could take our shoes off and walk across.
Let's do it. It's gonna feel good.
It's gonna feel so good.
Hi guys, here we go. Oh no, wait, I gotta get this undo from you again. Just constantly doing that. Ah, here we go. Oh yeah, come on. Luna, come. No, you have to get in the water. Come on. Look at those rapids. They're bigger than I thought.
So this is why they had to build the locks. They couldn't get through this. We got done with our hike. It was really fun. And it was fun to look at the side of the Soo Locks. So we're in Canada now. They let us in.
They did.
We're gonna go find a place to stay for the night.
I think we'll probably wrap this one up here. We're just going to be on the road for the next few days, heading northeast.
North and east, generally. But we'll have definitely some more updates for you next time. So we will see you then. Bye.